You've been lied to about attraction, not by women, but by the world that taught you how to chase them. They told you attraction is about looks, about money, about saying the right words at the right time, but here's the truth. A woman doesn't fall for a man because he tries. She falls because something in her body, in her instincts, in her primal wiring, feels him. And most men never awaken that feeling. They smile too much. They talk too fast. They try to impress, and in every move they make tells her one thing. He needs me. But attraction doesn't bloom from need. It blooms from energy, from presence, from silence that makes her heart race without knowing why. Because when a woman feels genuine sexual attraction, she doesn't announce it. Her words stay calm. Her face stays polite, but her energy changes. Her eyes start to linger. Her tone softens when she says your name. Her body shifts closer even when she's pretending not to care. These are not coincidences. These are her instincts breaking through her control. And if you can read those signs, really read them, you'll never chase again. Because you'll understand something most men never will. Attraction isn't created by effort. It's revealed by awareness. Once you see these signals, you can take that hidden spark inside her and turn it into obsession. The kind that keeps her thinking about you when you're gone, checking her phone, hoping you text first, comparing every other man to you, and finding none who measure up. This isn't about manipulation, it's about mastery, and today I'll show you how. You see her across the room. Maybe she laughs at your joke, holds your gaze for a beat too long, or finds an excuse to brush past you. Most men write it off as politeness. They hope it's interest, but they don't know. They either do nothing and regret it, or they pounce, smothering the fragile spark with desperation. What if you could read her like an open book? What if her subtle gestures, glances, and tone of voice screamed her undeniable attraction, and you, and only you, knew how to translate that secret language? Imagine never again wondering if she's into you, but knowing, with absolute certainty, when her desire is awakened, and more powerfully, knowing how to fan that flame into a roaring inferno of obsession that leaves her craving your presence. Today, you're not just learning signs. You're learning a secret code, a code that unlocks not just attraction, but a profound, almost hypnotic obsession, an obsession where you become the center of her universe, the man she compares all others to and finds no equals. This isn't about cheap tricks. This is about understanding the primal feminine wiring and positioning yourself as the irresistible force she can't deny. So dim the lights, silence the distractions, because what I'm about to reveal will permanently change the way you interact with women. Her eyes, the primal gaze, forget what her mouth says. Her eyes are a direct portal to her deepest desires. When a woman is truly captivated, her gaze transforms. It's no longer polite eye contact. It's a magnetic pull. Watch for the linger. Does her eye contact hold for a fraction of a second longer than necessary? Does she look away, then quickly glance back? This isn't accidental. It's her subconscious mind unable to tear itself away from what it finds compelling. Look for the lip lock. When you're speaking, do her eyes momentarily flick down to your lips? It's a primal unconscious signal of curiosity and a nascent desire for intimacy. It's her imagination playing out a scenario she hasn't dared to articulate. Observe the pupil dilation. In moments of genuine interest or arousal, her pupils will subtly expand. This is a physiological response beyond her control, a silent scream of attraction. Notice the quick glances. If she thinks you're not looking, does she steal quick, furtive glances at you only to snap away when your eyes meet? This is her trying to hide her interest, but her instincts betraying her. Most men see these signs and become needy. They stare back intensely, hoping to seal the deal with their eyes, or they immediately start over-talking, trying to impress. This instantly breaks the spell. Your power lies in holding a steady, confident gaze, allowing her to feel the tension, to wonder why your eyes hold such power. When you hold strong eye contact without flinching, without looking nervous, you convey dominance and self-possession. This makes her question, why is he so calm? Why does he affect me this way? That question is the first seed of obsession. She starts to play out scenarios in her head, not because you're doing anything, but because you're not. You're allowing her internal world to do the work. The eyes are not just windows to the soul. They are gateways to her deepest desires if you know how to read them and how to hold their gaze without chasing it. Her body, the unspoken invitation. Her words can lie, but her body cannot. It's a finely tuned instrument of attraction, broadcasting her true feelings through subtle shifts and movements that bypass her conscious control. When she's attracted, her body will subtly but unmistakably invite you closer. Look for orientation. Is her torso, hips, and feet angled towards you, even if she's engaged in a group conversation? This is her subconscious positioning herself to receive your attention, to be in your orbit. Observe proximity. Does she find excuses to reduce the physical space between you? Leaning in when you speak? Moving a chair slightly closer, allowing her arm to brush yours for a moment longer than strictly necessary? She isn't just being friendly. She's testing the waters, seeking physical connection. Notice preening gestures, playing with her hair, adjusting her clothes, smoothing her dress, fiddling with jewelry. These aren't vanity. These are nervous energy and a desire to present herself in the most appealing way to you. It's her animal instinct saying, "Notice me. I am ready. Pay attention to openness." Is her posture open and relaxed with her arms uncrossed, palms occasionally exposed? This signals receptiveness and vulnerability, a stark contrast to the closed-off, defensive posture of disinterest. When you see these physical invitations, the common mistake is to pounce, to rush in and try to force intimacy. This is the fastest way to extinguish the spark. Instead, mirror her subtlety. If she leans in, slightly lean in too, maintaining a comfortable distance. If her hand brushes yours, don't grab it, but don't pull away aggressively either. Allow the tension to build. That controlled tension is the fuel for obsession. When she feels herself drawn to you, but you don't immediately give her everything, her mind starts to fill in the blanks, creating a narrative of intrigue around you. Why am I so drawn to him? Why does he make me feel this way? This internal questioning is the bedrock of obsession. Her body is telling you she wants to be closer. Your non-reactive confidence makes her desperate to understand why. Her voice. The siren's whisper. Most men are deaf to the subtle shifts in a woman's voice, focused only on the words. But a woman's voice, when influenced by attraction, becomes a symphony of desire. It's an unconscious modulation, a primal response to your presence. Listen for softness and pitch. Does her voice become softer, almost breathy when she speaks to you one-on-one? Does her pitch subtly rise, a more feminine, inviting tone? This is a biological response, a desire to be heard and to draw you closer. Notice increased laughter. Does she laugh more easily at your jokes, even the mediocre ones? Is her laughter more genuine, more frequent, more resonant when she's interacting with you? Laughter is a release, and around an attractive man, it's a powerful indicator of comfort and excitement. Pay attention to her name for you. Does she use your name more often? Does she draw it out, almost savoring the sound of it, adding a playful inflection? This is a subconscious act of intimacy, a way of singling you out and personalizing your connection. Observe speed and pauses. Sometimes her voice might get a little faster, a little higher, indicating nervous excitement, or she might insert subtle pauses, allowing for a moment of shared silence that feels charged with unspoken meaning. The critical error here is overreacting. When a man hears this shift, he often becomes overly eager, assuming immediate victory. He might start talking incessantly, trying to be funnier or becoming overly attentive. This kills the mystery and the chase. Your response should be a calm, measured presence. A knowing smile, a steady gaze, a comfortable silence. Let her voice lead and you respond with grounded confidence. When she notices that her altered voice doesn't make you jump through hoops, it deepens her intrigue. She begins to associate the pleasant, exciting sensation of her voice changing with you. This creates an emotional anchor, a subtle but powerful link that turns fleeting attraction into burgeoning obsession. Her voice is trying to charm you. Your composure forces her to charm you even more. Her pursuit, the invisible thread. A truly attracted woman won't chase you aggressively, but she will weave an invisible thread of connection, finding subtle ways to keep herself in your orbit. Her effort, no matter how small, is a powerful indicator of her desire. Watch for lingering. Does she extend conversations that could have ended? Does she find excuses to stay near you after a group interaction, hoping for a moment alone? She's creating opportunities, hoping you'll seize them. Notice proximity creation. Does she accidentally show up where you are or manage to sit near you in group settings? These aren't coincidences. Her subconscious is guiding her to be in your space. Observe investigative questions. Does she ask questions about your interests, your schedule, your plans, even if they seem trivial? She's trying to map out your world, finding points of commonality and future interaction. Pay attention to follow-up. Does she reference past conversations or inside jokes? Does she text or message you first, even with a seemingly innocuous reason? This shows she's thinking about you when you're not there. The mistake most men make when they notice this effort is to immediately flood her with attention, believing their chase is over. This effectively removes the challenge and the mystery. Instead, acknowledge her presence and her efforts with a calm, inviting demeanor. Don't chase back. Simply allow her to draw closer. Your unyielding presence, even as she subtly pursues, creates a powerful dynamic. Her mind will begin to rationalize her efforts. Why do I always want to be around him? Why do I keep finding excuses? This self-justification is the engine of obsession. She's not just around you. She's actively investing her energy into being near you, and every investment deepens her psychological tie to you. You are the immovable object, and her desire is the irresistible force. Her jealousy, the unveiled possession. Jealousy, even in its most subtle forms, is a raw, undeniable signal of attraction. A woman who feels nothing for you won't care who else occupies your attention. But when desire is present, even a hint of competition can trigger a proprietary instinct. Observe her reactions to other women. Does she subtly go quiet or her eyes narrow when another woman interacts with you? Does she watch your interactions with an unusual intensity? This is not just curiosity. It's an emotional radar detecting a perceived threat. Notice probing questions. Does she ask seemingly casual questions about other women in your life? Who was that you were talking to? Or are you too close? Her tone might be light, but her underlying intention is to gauge her competition. Look for subtle competitiveness. Does she playfully try to outshine or draw your attention away from other women? Does she increase her own charm or engagement when another woman is present? This is her subconscious fighting for your focus. Pay attention to teasing about others. She might tease you about another woman, pretending it's a joke, but it's often a test, a way to see your reaction and where she stands in your hierarchy of attention. When jealousy appears, the common masculine impulse is to immediately reassure her, to explain, to calm her fears. This is a profound misstep. It destroys the tension and makes you predictable. Instead, maintain your composure. Acknowledge her presence, but don't rush to mollify her. Let her feel that discomfort, that subtle fear of loss. This tension is crucial for building obsession. When she doesn't know where she stands, when she feels the risk of losing your undivided attention, her desire for it intensifies. Her mind will race, creating scenarios where she needs to claim you, to be the one who matters most. Jealousy is not a flaw. It's a powerful sign that her emotions are deeply engaged, and her attraction is turning into a possessive craving. Handle it with strength, not reassurance, and watch her desire multiply. Her vulnerability. The sacred trust, true attraction, fosters a desire for profound connection, not just superficial interaction. When a woman is genuinely drawn to you, she will begin to dismantle her emotional walls, revealing parts of herself she reserves for only a select few. This sharing of vulnerability is a sacred trust, a powerful sign that her attraction is deepening. Listen for personal disclosures. Does she start sharing personal stories, fears, dreams, or insecurities that she wouldn't tell a casual acquaintance? Phrases like, "I don't usually tell people this, but," or, "I feel like I can really be myself around you," are neon signs of deepening connection. Notice deeper questions. Beyond surface-level chatter, does she ask questions that probe your beliefs, your values, your emotional world? She wants to understand the man beneath the exterior, to connect on a soul level. Observe emotional resonance. Does she share moments of genuine emotion, sadness, excitement, frustration, and look to you for understanding or solace? This is her allowing you into her emotional space, a profound act of trust. Pay attention to comfort in silence. Can you share comfortable silences with her? Moments where words aren't needed and the connection still feels strong. This signifies a deep level of ease and intimacy. When she opens up, the common error is to overshare yourself, or worse, to try and fix her problems. This can make her feel unheard or diminish the intimacy of her disclosure. Instead, listen with genuine presence and empathy. Reflect her feelings without judgment. Share your own vulnerabilities sparingly and authentically, making her feel like she's earning your trust as much as you're earning hers. This cultivates emotional investment, which is the cornerstone of obsession. The more she shares, the more emotionally intertwined she becomes with you. Her feelings, her experiences, her inner world, they all become linked to your presence. Once her emotions are tied to you, it's no longer just attraction. It's a profound, unwavering attachment. You become the safe harbor, the confidant, the man she can't imagine living without. Her mirror. The echo of desire, mirroring. The unconscious imitation of another's posture, gestures, and vocal patterns is a powerful psychological indicator of rapport and attraction. When a woman is captivated, her body and even her voice will subtly begin to echo yours, creating an unspoken harmony that screams connection. Notice physical mirroring. If you lean back, does she subtly follow suit? If you cross your legs, does she cross hers shortly after? If you touch your chin, does she mimic the gesture? These are not accidental. Her body is unconsciously aligning with yours. Observe vocal mirroring. Does she adopt your cadence, your speed of speech, or even some of your unique phrases? Does her laughter sync with yours? This signifies a deep level of comfort and an unconscious desire to merge energies. Pay attention to energy mirroring. If you are calm and collected, does she become more relaxed around you? If you exude a playful energy, does she reciprocate with increased lightness and teasing? She's attuning herself to your dominant vibe. Look for stance alignment. If you are standing, does she subtly shift her weight or position her feet to match your orientation? This is her body seeking alignment, expressing a desire for emotional and physical closeness. The mistake here is to point out the mirroring or to immediately try and escalate based on this subconscious connection. This breaks the spell and makes her self-conscious. Instead, simply acknowledge it internally. Allow her to continue mirroring you. Your calm acceptance of her subconscious alignment deepens her sense of connection. The longer she unconsciously mirrors you, the stronger the bond forms in her mind. She's literally training herself to feel more connected to you, to see you as her kind of person. This alignment makes your presence feel right to her. And once she reaches that point, it's no longer a choice. It's an instinctual pull. Her echoing your energy isn't just interest. It's a profound declaration of alignment, a silent affirmation that she craves your presence and your world. Conclusion. The mastery of unseen power. You've now seen the truth laid bare. A woman's attraction is not a mystery for the man who understands her secret language. Her eyes, her body, her voice, her subtle pursuits, her unconscious jealousy, her shared vulnerabilities, and her mirroring. These are the undeniable signals that scream her desire. Most men remain blind, constantly chasing, begging, or overthinking. They try to create attraction through effort, but the master understands that attraction is revealed through awareness. The spark of attraction is powerful, but obsession is the enduring fire. If you only chase the spark without knowing how to nurture it, you'll burn out quickly. You'll be another fleeting encounter in her memory. But if you learn to observe, to notice, to stay calm in the face of her growing desire, you become the unshakable force that she orbits around. You don't chase her. You allow her to invest, to lean in, to wonder, to crave. Obsession is not born from your pursuit. It's born from your stillness, your confidence, your unwavering presence that allows her to feel the pull, to experience the tension, to confront the intoxicating mystery of not fully possessing you. This is what drives her wild. This is what keeps you in her thoughts when you're absent, causes her to check her phone for your name, and leads her to compare every other man to you, finding them all profoundly lacking. So, the next time you're with a woman, don't just hear her words. Witness her. Look into her eyes and understand their primal language. Feel the subtle shifts in her body, the unspoken invitation. Listen to the music of her voice, the telltale changes in pitch and tone. Notice her efforts, however small, to linger in your presence. Observe the flicker of jealousy, a sign of her proprietary desire. Cherish her vulnerability, the sacred trust she bestows, and recognize the echo of desire in her mirroring of your energy. If these signs are present, you don't need to chase. You've already won a far greater prize. All you have to do is remain calm, confident, and let her attraction deepen into something she can no longer control. The difference between average men and truly powerful men is not effort, but awareness. Most men live in a fog of hopeful guessing. The powerful man sees the signs, understands their profound meaning, and knows how to transform them into an unstoppable, all-consuming obsession. Master this and you will never again wonder if she's attracted. You will know. And more importantly, you will know how to make her irrevocably yours. If you're ready to stop guessing and start knowing, to transform fleeting interest into undeniable obsession, then there's one more crucial step. I've distilled years of advanced psychological insights and real-world application into a masterclass designed to activate this hidden power within you. This isn't just about reading signs. It's about embodying the masculine presence that naturally cultivates obsession. Click the link in the description below to access this exclusive training. It will reveal the exact framework for not just attracting, but utterly captivating any woman you desire, making you unforgettable. This isn't for the faint of heart, but for the man ready to claim his true power. Your journey to mastery begins now,